Creativity and innovation. What do those two words mean, and how can we think critically about becoming more creative and innovative in our daily lives? Creativity refers to generating new and novel ideas. Innovation refers to the application of an idea and, in many cases, can be a collaborative enterprise. Innovation is applied creativity. Even renowned scientist Albert Einstein believed imagination to be more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited, but imagination gives birth to evolution. So what is creativity? Creativity is plotting original actions, which requires courage. It's an open-minded, adaptive process where ideas do not have to be practical and anything goes. Brainstorm and write it all down. Think big. Creativity requires courage to think outside the box. Don't be chained to past ideas and keep an open mind. Innovation, which is applied creativity, is where new and never-before-tried ideas are tested out in the real world. Your brainstormed list of new creative ideas and methods should be evaluated and the list narrowed to the most promising. Analyze those ideas and methods against the demands of reality. Consider all angles and find the best fit. The goal of innovation is for those new and never-before-tried ideas to work and succeed in reality. In an ideal situation, you would switch back and forth from being creative to being innovative as the circumstances required. So how do you enable people to be creative and innovative? In truth, you can't really teach people to be creative, but you can foster an environment that supports creativity and innovation. You can accept that many new ideas will fail. You can empower teams, groups, or organizations to think and act creatively and to innovate. Reward promising ideas developed using creative processes. Don't just reward the innovative successes. And don't punish failure. Instead, learn from failure, and further, encourage trust and risk-taking. So where do you start? To begin, focus on teams and groups, not individuals. Provide funding and leadership support for C&I efforts. Involve your teams in projects where they can experience creativity and innovation firsthand. C&I is difficult to quantify. The act of attempting to measure C&I tends to reduce the amount and quality of the creativity and innovation that occurs, so try to avoid metrics. Being creative and innovative is great, but not appropriate in all situations. We still need to follow the applicable laws, regulations, and policies to let us know when it's okay to be creative or innovative, or when compliance with the guidance is more appropriate and we should turn off C&I. For example, should a surgeon decide to be creative on the day of surgery? Or an F-35 crew chief be creative with an aircraft's pre-flight check? Perhaps a PM or PCO should be creative and unilaterally decide which laws and policies to follow and which to violate. Of course not. However, creativity and innovation can help an engineer try to solve perplexing design challenges using new ideas that take into consideration the critical ilities. The PM or PCO can use C&I to look for new ways to deliver requirements faster and cheaper within existing rules. Or it can help professionals look for, justify, and request exemptions to existing regulations when new methods warrant taking safe and smart risks. How do you turn C&I theory into practice? AFIT LS is developing new course material based on the book by Dr. Angus Fletcher, Creative Thinking, a field guide to building your strategic core, which will show you how to invite creativity and innovation into your life. It helps to think of C&I as a continuous process. You move from phase to phase of the process as the situation dictates. As you exercise your C&I muscles, your goal is to stay at least a step ahead of the competition. Then you may be the one calling the shots, not reacting to them. You should story constantly and dream up narrative after narrative. No creative idea can ever be right or true. It can only be testable, but test it fast so you can succeed or fail fast. Implement it or move on to the next idea. We can't teach you to be creative, but we can help you recognize when to switch on your creative mode and when to switch on your logical mode. When asymmetric conflict and uncertainty increase, toggle on creativity. Relax your brain, shut off logic, and actively rest. When equilibrium is restored and stability extends, toggle on logic. Engage your brain, think critically, and perform evidence-based reasoning. The key tenets for C&I are Innovator's mantra: think it, want it, get it. You are born to innovate, evolve, or die. Creativity is your gift to others. We will explore these tenets further in a future learning module based on the book Creative Thinking, a field guide to building your strategic core by Dr. Angus Fletcher. In summary, it's important to be aware of the difference between creativity and innovation and be able to recognize when to apply and when not to apply it in your job. Check the AFIT LS website for additional details about creativity and innovation and links to related learning content. You can also find more information in the book Creative Thinking, a field guide to building your strategic core by Dr. Angus Fletcher. For more information, or if you have questions or comments, please contact the AFIT LS Education Integration Cell EIC team at ls-eic@afit.edu.